Hello, freaks, degenerates, basement dwellers, vatniks, and scrufftards. Welcome to the War Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And we're gonna make a quick, brief update to what's happening in Ukraine because Syrsky has made some claims that seems to indicate that Tetkino might have fallen. Right. Fourth time trying to do this. And this time I have the microphone on and hopefully no more interruptions. Anyway, like I said, fourth time. Where was I? Yeah, Syrsky came out today and shared some interesting news, and we have some frontline updates as well. So, Syrsky claims that Ukraine controls 90 square kilometers in Kursk Oblast. That is really interesting. I mean, they have pushed in here. This is part of Kursk up here, after all. Let's see if we can move over to Mayakovsk 73's map to take a look at that location. Where the hell are we? Here we are. This here, this is Kursk. Ukraine is pushed in. So that is here. So some square kilometers here. 8 maybe. Same thing here. This is 8 square kilometers according to Deep State. Moving over here, we know that Ukraine has pushed into Niruput and they've taken some wooded areas here, some windbreaks. Over here it's also 8 square kilometers. So then you would naturally think, well, it has to be Tetkino. But I mean, if we take a look at what if they secure all of this area here, that is 40 square kilometers, right? But Andrew Perpetua, he made this claim, didn't he? That they had pushed all the way out here. Is this confirmation that Andrew was correct in that update? Because now we're at 50 square kilometers. But still, if we add in the other locations, that's what? 1666? We're still extremely short on what Ukraine is claiming. How the hell do they control 90 square kilometers? What's this? How much is this? This is 90. So say they have the town, and they have pushed out here. Now we're down to 70. 82. And then we have this part. Oh yeah, we have to remember the other parts as well. So down to 70. Yeah, okay. Could this be something like what Ukraine is in control of? Maybe they have the town and they have something. And then you add the 16 square kilometers at the other parts as well. This is 65 roughly. We need to move up to 70. Sorry. Okay, something like this. This we have to take into consideration. But so okay. So could this be an accurate estimate of what Ukraine is controlling at the moment in Kursk, in around Tetkino? They have Tetkino. They have the surrounding area. They have begun expanding control along the border south of Veseloye, taking the border towns maybe here at Wolfina, plus the other locations. Then you roughly get the 90 square kilometers. that Syrsky is talking about. Interesting, right? Okay, so that is the Ukrainian claim from Kursk. Very interesting. And now we're gonna head on over to Andrew's map, because I got something interesting to show you. Here, south of Kupiansk, this area that we return to every now and then. If we move back here, take a look what happens down here. Boop. More Russian territory secured by Ukraine, or gray zone, contested area rather, that Ukraine is now in control of, pushing Russia back in this area. They have steadily pushed Russia back here, pushing in here, securing the hill with the forest here. At Buzlavka, they pushed up along this road or street and came in behind the Russians in these woods, and forced the Russians to withdraw. They pushed up along the main street here into town, and has then expanded along the streets, securing the village, and has for the past couple of weeks been pushing in here along these windbreaks steadily towards this valley and the small village of Losova. So Losova seems to be an objective. Maybe we're looking at, you can see here how the valley goes like so. So the objective might be to push out to the valley and secure the high ground here, north and west of this valley, and taking Losova, and more than likely trying to push out to this valley as well, securing this entire area here, this pocket, this high ground outlined by these valleys. So that seems to be the operational objective here for the Ukrainians, and they are advancing in this area. They have operational initiative in this area of the front line. Extremely interesting to see if Ukraine can capitalize on this and continue forcing the Russians back. We do have some updates from further south as well. Russia, as you can see, a large assault made by Russia. A couple of days ago, they pushed up here in grand fashion with motorbikes, and now more motorbikes supported by artillery as they're pushing into this narrow village along this one main street here. But it's slow going. I mean, they take a couple of 100 meters every now and then, and no massive gains. It's a slow grind, and like we've pointed out before, in the fall of 2023, that is when Russia began assaulting Avdiivka, towards the end of 2023. Now, almost 2 years later, they made it this far out. Let's see how far that is. In 2 years, 60 kilometers, and up here 30 kilometers. In 2 years, right? It is taking Russia 2 years to achieve this. This is a slow grind, like you wouldn't believe. So therefore, it is important for Ukraine to have these successes, to be able to slow down the Russians, grind them down, wage this war of attrition while also slowly pushing them back at various positions, as we're seeing here south of Kupiansk, and most definitely, by the looks of it, here at Tetkino. Here you can see how Andrew has highlighted that Ukraine has pushed out this way. That seems to fall in line with what Syrsky is saying, that Ukraine is in control of 90 square kilometers, a very large portion of territory in and around Tetkino that we have not yet seen the mappers update here. And Ukraine is pushing back in Sumy Oblast as well, securing Andriivka. Andrew has not yet updated this, but multiple other mappers have indicated that Ukraine has well and truly pushed in and liberated Andriivka. So yeah, Ukraine is still in the fight. They still have fight left in them. They are grinding down the Russians, and they are pushing back at certain locations along the front line and taking the fight to the Russians.
Boots sink in the mud, no light, no guide. Shadows stretch thin where the lost souls hide. Feel a whisper crawling up my spine. Blood-soaked earth ain't no friend of mine. Banners fall, ashes in the bitter wind. Friends we bury where the sorrow begins. Soldiers scream, echoes down the line. No heroes here, just the damned in time. Into the trenches where the darkness feeds. No glory, no triumph, just broken knees. If we don't rise, the tyrants will claim. No heroes here, just the damned in time. Into the trenches where the darkness feeds. No glory, no triumph, just broken knees. If we don't rise, the tyrants will claim the soil and the sky and burn our name. Gunpowder's kiss, the cold steel bite. Faces fade in the dimmest light. Each step's away, each breath a sin. The war outside matches the war within. Lost